Hey, grand rising, loved ones, beloved, family, all that. I said grand rising because I am up, even though it's 3 o'clock a.m. here in Chicago. 3 o'clock, 3:01. It's a minute after 3 in the a.m. side. Now, where it gets a bit confusing is it's still dark out. So, me using logic, I went to bed after I was up and doing all manner of things yesterday, which was Saturday, and then it became night, and it was Saturday night. Now, just because it got into the time change at 12 midnight, hey, it's still dark and it's still night to me. When it becomes light outside, it's gonna be Sunday, very first day of a brand new week according to the calendar we live by. Okay, and then as it settles down and it get dark out, it's gonna be Sunday night. So we still using that day thing. I don't know if you change it up and say Sun night, Sunday, Saturday, or Saturday night. I don't know. You dig what I'm saying? The confusion they have given to us all my life. This is what I've been dealing with. And I've been too afraid to speak on such a thing, man, because it doesn't make no damn sense and it never will make sense to me. But I have to make it make sense to me in order to break the matrix. You dig? But I'm not here for that. I'm not. I'm here for this. The soul and spirit thing. That's a whole nother thing. They do confusion on top of confusion, confusion, confusion. And I hear a lot of my loved ones talking out of ignorance. Ignorance simply means to not know something. And I once too didn't know this part, that the soul and spirit are different. The two differences, man. And the Bible that we all learned and read and rely on for adequate truth. You dig what I'm saying? It tells you some stuff. Let's break down this. The soul is who you are and who I am. That's the soul. Your soul is your identity, your emotions, your memories, your personality, your desires, your lessons, your consciousness. That's who the soul is. That's the soul. So the soul is you, me, I am. Remember in the Bible, Moses said, "When will tell him sent me?" When he told to go tell Pharaoh, "Let my people go to to Egypt," and he said, "Tell him I am sent you." You know. So the soul is you, the I am. It is the part of you that grows, evolves, learns, and carries experience. It, in simple form, is the self or the traveler. That's the soul. Alright, so when you feel joy and pain and anger and intuition and conviction, that's your soul reacting. The spirit, on the other hand, that's what gives you life. Your spirit is the breath, your life force, your divine spark, your energy field, your connection to source. That word right there, connection to source. Let's keep reading. Spirit does not have identity or personality. Spirit is power, not personality. The spirit is the energy that animates the soul. In simple form, spirit equals the breath, the life force. Spirit equals the Wi-Fi signal. The soul is the device. So when the spirit leaves the body stops, but the soul continues. See the difference between soul and spirit already. So how they work together? The spirit is the electricity. The soul is the operating system. The body is the hardware. This stuff sounds very technical if you keep on looking into this kind of thing, man. Because this is exactly how they communicate these devices to us by hardware and softwares and uploads and downloads, and you get what I'm saying, right? Hopefully you do. It says the body is the operating system. It's the same kind of language they use when it's speaking about computers and things like that. It says the body is the hardware. So the soul is the operating system and the body is the hardware. That's us. You need all three to live a physical life, but only the soul continues after the physical form ends. Alright? So it's just like the data that they collected. That's soul, family. It goes on and on and on. And what did they do with this data? They put it in the storage in the clouds, iClouds, and all this stuff. Man, family, come on, man. This is too easy. The soul, again, is who you are. The spirit is what gives you life. The spirit is the force, and the soul is the traveler. Now let's just go on. Let's keep on going, cause the spirit versus soul is what I want to get into. The spirit in Hebrew tongue, according to the resource I got, it says is in ruach. That's the word they use. Instead of saying spirit, they call it the ruach, and meaning breath, wind, life force, the invisible energy that animates the body. The spirit is power, not personality. What the Bible teaches now, the spirit comes from the source and returns to the source. Now, when translating the Bible, which is simply mean Bible means biblos, the binding of books. But when translating the transcripts that went inside the binding of those books, they lost the original text, and they start replacing with different words. So what they did with this word source, for instance, they gave it an identity. They attached it to a male figure, and they said God, in which God is not a name, it's a title. It does not, the spirit, it does not carry your identity, and it does not carry your memories, and it does not wander. But the soul do. But the spirit is the life force loaned unto you, unto me. Alright? The soul in Hebrew is pronounced nefesh or nephesh, however you want to play that game. It's spelled Nephesh, nefesh or nephesh. I don't know. I'm not a fluent interpreter of anything, but here's the meaning of soul. It means the self, the awareness, the personality, the I that experiences life. The soul is consciousness, your identity, family. And here's what the Bible teaches on that. The soul continues in existence after the body dies. It is the part of you that feels, learns, and chooses and continues. This is why the Bible speaks of soul and Sheol. Souls waiting, and souls being comforted, souls being gathered to their ancestors. The soul has continuity. It doesn't cease. So I period right here. I want to pause right here for a second and ask you, when it said the soul, it has continuity. It never ceases to exist. It never ceases. The soul, that is. What does that tell you about all your deceased loved ones? All of your loved ones. I know for me, hold on one second.